A full week of Necrodominance here at the Epic Storm, and let me tell you, I believe that this third video is going to be the best one yet, and it's featuring a non-bow. Let's go check it out. What exactly is a non-bow? Well, a non-bow is two cards that don't really combo together. In this circumstance, it would be Necrodominance, the brand new card from Modern Horizons 3. You skip your draw step at the beginning of your end step. You pay X life. You draw X cards. Your maximum hand number is 5. And then if a card will go to the graveyard, it exiles it. That's the key part of the non-bow here. Cards that go to the graveyard get exiled. Well, today I'm going to be playing 4 copies of Echo of Eons alongside Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, why would I do that if my graveyard gets exiled? Okay, so if this is already in play, we're in a fantastic spot and we're winning the game. But if it's not in play, Echo of Eons and Lion's Eye Diamond are a terrific combination because it allows me to mulligan very aggressively into a turn 1 Necrodominance. So you're able to just mulligan into Oblivion until you hit Lion's Eye Diamond, Echo of Eons, or Dark Ritual Necrodominance, allowing in a much higher turn 1 rate. That's what we're really looking for in today's video. So I am not playing Manamorphose, and I am not playing Simian Spirit Guide today. Instead, I'm only playing Elvish Spirit Guide, which means that a single untapped blue mana, like Lotus Petal or Gemstone Mine, would get the job done. So that's kind of nice. Veil of Summer in the main deck instead of Pact of Negation or Force of Will, because it allows me to beat Vexing Bauble. Okay, that makes sense. And then Duress, because it pairs well with Echo of Eons. Pact of Negation and Force of Will don't protect Echo very well. So that's really what we're doing here today. This build is slightly more like the Epic Storm than those previous first 2 builds, but I think that this one is actually the best build that we're playing so far. I've cut the Helm of Obedience Leyline package. It seems pretty useless if I'm being honest, so I'd rather have Leyline of Sanctity to protect against discard. We have Empty the Warrens to be opposing copies of Veil of Summer. Shieldred beats the One Ring. And then we have a bunch of answer cards. So that's what we're doing. Let me know what you think of this deck list in the comment section down below. But for now, let's go to match number 1. I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Round number 1, we're facing Tony Scaponi. This doesn't do anything. We'll mulligan. This is so close. I think we have to send it back, though. This is nuts. Yeah, we'll keep this. We're going to bottom Echo and Elvish Spirit Guide. Lotus Petal. Exile Spirit Guide. Cabal Ritual. Necrodominance, Lion's Eye Diamond. So in response to this trigger, we're going to add 3 blue, pay 19 life, Borne Upon a Wind, Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mox Opal, Dark Ritual. Let's duress Tony to get a little bit of information. Tony also had a nuts hand. Let's go! Alright, won that die roll. Take that, Tony. Okay, winning the die roll, very good. The more you know. We'll exile a Necrodominance, play Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, get rid of Mox Opal. We'll go grab Tendrils of Agony. Cast it. Hi-oh! Tony counters a copy of Tendrils. That was fun. Okay, so let's bring in Leyline of Sanctity on the draw. And then we'll bring in 1 Shieldred in case Tony has copies of Leyline. We'll get rid of Duress on the draw, just because it's a little slow. We're at 63. What to do, what to do, what to do? Maybe I'll board out like a little bit of mana. Board out 1 Cabal Ritual and like a couple copies of Mox Opal. Is that crazy? Let's try this. This hand is too slow. Mulligan. This hand is great. We will keep, assuming that I even get a turn. Alright, so Tony's kept. We'll keep him bottom a Gemstone Mine. Summoner's Pact. So we are dead. For sure. Manamorphose. Chrome Mox. Okay. Imprints Necrodominance and plays Necrodominance. If only I had a Spirit Guide. We could blow Tony out here with a Veil of Summer. Tony draws 19 cards. We need those 19 to not be good enough. Another Summoner's Pact. Manamorphose. Dark Ritual. Borne Upon a Wind. Lotus Petal. Cabal Ritual. Uses another Spirit Guide and another Spirit Guide. Come on, Tony, just kill me. Cabal Ritual. Dark Ritual. Tendrils. Okay. Game 3 coming up. We're on the play. On the play, I think I want more mana. So we're going to bring the Opals back in. Maybe we get rid of the ley lines on the play. Bring in Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. Or Cabal Rituals, I mean. Maybe we bring the Duress back in. Maybe just one Duress. Let's submit. On the play for game 3. We're going to keep this. What's nice about this is that it's going to undo whatever hand that Tony kept. We'll see what that means for us. Alright, so Tony revealed the Chancellor of the Annex. We're going to play around that. So exile a couple Spirit Guides, play a Lotus Petal. I'll pay for the Chancellor. Lion's Eye Diamond. Make 3 blue. We're going to spin that wheel. Echo of Eons. If Tony didn't have the Chancellor, I was planning on floating 3 black. But the second that Tony revealed Chancellor, it was no longer an option. Okay, so we have a win. Vault of Whispers, Lotus Petal. Actually, I have a Tendrils win here without the Necrodominance. So we'll exile that. Black, black, hold control. We're going to bargain, Beseech the Mirror, sacrifice the Vault of Whispers, make 3 black, Beseech, grab Gaea's Will. Sweet. 1-0. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2, we're facing Sahar. I have no idea what they're playing, and we've opened up a hand that doesn't really do anything. I'm going to take a mulligan. This is a turn 1 win. Sweet. We will keep the hand that does the broken thing. We'll bottom Lion's Eye Diamond, Vault of Whispers, Dark Ritual, Necrodominance, Lotus Petal, play another Lotus Petal, Borne Upon a Wind. We draw Dark Ritual. Okay. It's not a bad one. Necro triggers. I think 19 is a good number. Mox Opal. Lotus Petal. Chrome Mox. We'll imprint Necrodominance. Dark Ritual. Duress. Take that Vexing Bauble. Get that out of here. Lion's Eye Diamond. Tap for black. Play another Opal. We'll exile a few Spirit Guides. Cabal Ritual, Tendrils of Agony. Hiya. Sweet. Well, that was good. I'd like to keep more hands that do that. That is for certain. So now we're on the draw. So we want Chain of Vapor versus Vexing Bauble. We probably want Boseiju. Echoing Truth. Maybe we want the Empty, I'm not sure. We probably don't need the Shield Dread. We'll get rid of Veil of Summer. Even though Veil of Summer does beat Vexing Bauble. It's just that Echoing Truth and Boseiju and Echoing Truth, they beat Vexing Bauble, but they also beat other things. And we're at 60 cards right now. Let's resubmit. We are on the draw for game number 2. Sahar has taken a mulligan. We're just 1 mana away from Necrodominance, but our hand doesn't answer a Vexing Bauble. I think I'm going to mulligan. So this hand is a mana short of answering Vexing Bauble. And it has the Necro in it. I think I'm actually going to keep this one. I understand it's a little sketchy. By the way, if you're looking to check out Sahar's content, they have a channel called The Legacy Gambit that you can go check out. They play a lot of different decks, unlike me, where I only play combo decks. Sahar plays pretty much everything. Saga on 1. Okay, well, we drew the black source we needed. Dark Ritual. Necrodominance. We're going to pay some amount of life here. I don't exactly know how much yet. maybe 5? We drew a Borne Upon the Wind. And now we'll go to cleanup. Get rid of Necro. Get rid of Echo of Eons. Probably don't need the Empty the Warrens. And a Mox Opal. I guess the problem here is I still can't cast Borne Upon a Wind. I don't have a blue source. You have a Maya? Collector Roof. Alright, well, respectfully, I can't beat that card. I'm just gonna go to the next game. Alright, so that happened. And now we're on the play for game number 3. Let's submit. I thought about maybe like bringing in a Duress over the Empty just in case of Mindbreak Trap, but I don't think we're supposed to play around it. Alright, on the play. This is a turn 2 win. But is that good enough versus the Vexing Bauble deck? I think we should probably mulligan. Like, we're a 4 of Echo of Eons deck. So this is turn 1 Necrodominance. That's probably good enough. Bottom Beseech the Mirror. Sahar has taken a mulligan to 4. Vault of Whispers. Chrome Mox. Imprint Trigger. Okay. Cabal Ritual. We get blown out here by a Force of Vigor. Necrodominance. Necro Resolved. Attempting to go to my end step. I don't like all these pauses, Sahar. Come on. And there's the Force of Vigor. Brutal. Just devastating. We're in a tough spot. Dark Depths. Beseech the Mirror. Okay. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll draw like a Dark Ritual or something. They just pass. We'll play the Boseiju. They don't have another land. Spirit Guide doesn't help me here. Thespian Stage. Okay. Vexing Bauble. Not very nice. I could still Beseech in... No, I can't do that. I drew Cabal Ritual, so I could hardcast Beseech, but the bargain hurts me too much here. I think I'm supposed to just pass. I didn't consider when playing all of these Necrodominance decks today that the whole deck just like cannot beat a Force of Vigor, which is kind of a tough place to be. They're 1 mana away from having the Dark Depths win. The Chrome Mox would be countered here by Vexing Bauble. I think I'm supposed to just pass. Ooh, you can hear the thunder in the background. It's certainly not storming here in the gameplay, but it is outside. Alright, well, they have Green Sun Zenith for Collector Roof, and I'm going to call it. Between Collector Roof and Vexing Bauble, we are locked out. So unfortunately, we had a really strong start, but this deck has a tough time with Force of Vigor. We are now 1-1. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Match number 3, we're on the draw against Mr. Lee, who's known for playing Cloud Post. I don't know what Lee's playing, but we're going to keep this. And I've noticed in my mic, I don't know if everyone at home can hear it, but the thunder and lightning has really picked up. And I see the spikes happening in the mic, so I'm guessing you're hearing them as well. They play a turn 1 Cloud Post. Okay, so Vault of Whispers. Chrome Mox will imprint Cabal Ritual. Mox Opal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Sacrifice for 3 blue. Let's flash back this Echo of Eons. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Chrome Mox will imprint Veil of Summer. Dark Ritual. And we can't hardcast the Echo, but I can make enough black mana floating that if we draw another one, I should be able to hardcast it. Tap this Veil of Summer, Chrome Mox. Alright, so we have a turn 1. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lotus Petal. Necrodominance. And now we'll just pass until our end step. Storm is already 13. Necrodominance triggers. We'll pay 19 life. I mean, it's a turn 1 assuming I draw a Borne Upon a Wind. And we do. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Tap for a blue. Borne Upon a Wind. That is resolved. We'll play Mox Opal. Legend roll happens. Another Lion's Eye Diamond. Exile Elvish Spirit Guide. Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual. Exile another Spirit Guide. Let's play Duress. Storm is 21. Take the Green Sun Zenith. Beseech the Mirror with Bargain. We'll sacrifice Necrodominance. Grab Tendrils of Agony. Boom shakalaka. We've done it. Love it. So far, I mean, it's a small sample, but so far the Echo of Eons build just feels a little bit better than the previous two builds to me. So we're facing Cloudpost, a deck that does play a bunch of Mind Breaks in the board. So we probably want some number of Pact of Negation. Get rid of these Veil of Summers. I already boarded in Chain of Vapor. I think I'll shave a couple copies of Mox Opal, and then we'll submit this. Okay, 2 copies of Mox Opal out. Game number 2, we're on the draw. I will keep. It's not a turn 1 hand, but it is a pretty good hand. They play Once Upon a Time. Finds Basic Forest. Vaccine Bauble. People just don't like fun. Alright. Vault of Whispers will pass. Yeah, so like I'm looking over before I was talking, and my mic bar's just going like this because of all the thunder and, you know, whatnot outside. Elvish Reclaimer. And another Vexing Bauble. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't concede. We draw an Echo. We'll pass the turn. Elvish Reclaimer for a Cloudpost. Vesuva to copy the Cloudpost. Very good start. Alright, we drew another dud. I'm going to concede because my hand doesn't do anything. We can go to game number 3. So maybe I bring back in the Veils because they beat the Vexing Baubles. And instead of Duress... No, maybe Duress is fine to beat Mind Break instead of the Pacts. Bring in the Boseijus. Try boarding out Mox Opal. Let's see how this does. Game 3, we're on the play. Yeah, I think we'll keep this. You get to start the game with a land in play plus a few Storm. Oh, well, there's Leyline of the Void now. That's pretty good against this hand. We'll play out Lion's Eye Diamond. Lee, you're so hateful. So, I mean, our hand is still very good if I can draw Dark Ritual. Once Upon a Time. Finds Cloudpost. Come on, Dark Ritual. Pretty please. No such luck. Pass the turn. Vesuva to copy the Cloudpost. Dark Ritual. Or I could draw the worst draw on the deck. That really hurts, because now I'm not allowed to use the Lion's Eye Diamond to make blue mana for Borne Upon a Wind. So we're multiple draw steps away. Like, a lot of draw steps. Ay. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. I kind of don't think this Necrodominance deck is good. I mean, this is the 3rd video in a row where I can't seem to beat anything. So we're now 1-2. 2 matches left to go. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Round number 4, we're on the draw against Cyrus Bale's Crucible of Worlds on YouTube. I mean, this hand is just an Echo hand, but I think we should mulligan. We'll go to 5. This hand is good. Bottom 1 Echo and Beseech the Mirror. Flooded Strand, pass. Well, that's not good for the hand I kept. I was really hoping for a non-blue deck. Imprint this Cabal Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Chrome Mox. No imprint. We'll add 3 blue mana. Flashback Echo of Eons. And Cyrus has Force of Will, exiling Psychic Frog. Psychic Frog is the new Psychotog from Odyssey, except this one is much better. So for 1 and a black, or I'm sorry, for 1 blue, 1 black, you get a 1/2 frog, and whenever it deals damage to a player or planeswalker, you draw a card. You discard a card and put a +1/+1 counter on it. The old Psychotog from Odyssey was +1/+1 until end of turn. So it's permanently grown. And then you can exile 3 cards from your graveyard and it gains flying until end of turn. I get Wastelanded, sure. Duress. I guess we'll play that. And if you're thinking, well, like, oh, if you think that Cyrus was on a blue deck, you should have waited. With my hand, I only had black mana. I did not have green. there's 2 copies of Duress in the deck. So you're waiting to draw a Duress or Green Source plus Veil of Summer. I think you're supposed to just jam and accept when you've lost. Brainstorm in response. I guess we'll take Daze. Pass the turn. Dragon's Rage Channeler. We draw a Spirit Guide, we'll pass. And another Brainstorm. Volcanic Island. Delver of Secrets. We'll take 1 going down to 19. Dark Ritual's not a bad draw. So now if we can draw into Beseech the Mirror or another Necrodominance, maybe we stand a chance. The Delver of Secrets transforms, revealing Ponder. Unholy Heat gets surveilled away. I'll take a hit for 4, I go to 15. Misty Rainforest, 2 cards in hand. Underground Sea. And the Psychic Frog. Our opponent has 1 unknown in hand. We draw Cabal Ritual. I think our best draw might be like Beseech the Mirror, because it's not life total based and I could just Gaia's Will win. Ooh, I haven't seen this before. Detective's Phoenix, so 3 mana. It gets +2/+0 when it's Flying Haste. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, flying and haste, so when you bestow it. And you can use the bestow ability from the graveyard. We'll take a draw. Not good enough, and they have lethal on board. We can go to the next game. We'll bring in Empty and Shieldred. I'm going to board out all 4 of the Mox Opals, and we'll bring in the Boseijus, just for like Null Rod, but also additional green mana for Veil of Summer. Game 2, we're on the play. Yeah, keep. This is a Turn 1 Echo with Veil backup. Gemstone Mine into Veil of Summer. Is this like 2009 The Epic Storm? Let's go. Lion's Eye Diamond. It'd be better if we had something to imprint onto these Chrome Mox in, but beggars can't be choosers. And I boarded out all of my Mox Opals, so by playing these out, we're really just gaining Storm. And things to bargain away later. Flashback Echo. We'll pass. Flooded Strand, pass, okay. We draw another Echo, we'll play land and pass the turn. Alright, Pluto Delta, Flooded Strand, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Duress was a good draw. We'll play Boseiju. Well, that's Duress. Take the Brainstorm. We'll pass the turn after that. Dark Ritual or Lion's Eye Diamond would both be fantastic draws. We'll take 1 from the Channeler here. Is playing Shieldred insane? I think it's what I want to do here. Alright, Shieldred the Apocalypse. You better not daze me as your 1 unknown in hand. It resolves. Good. Pyroblast. Just to Surveil. Okay, I like that. Puts another Channeler to the graveyard. Delver of Secrets transforms. Or, well, is trying to transform. But it doesn't. Pluto Delta to fetch. They lose 2 life. They go to 15. Underground Sea. And the Phoenix. Okay. They attack for 2. Ouch. 17. Another Elvish Spirit Guide. We'll swing. Pass the turn. They transform Delver of Secrets, revealing Daze. Now they lose 2 more. Pyroblast just to Surveil. Okay. They're trying to get Delirium now with their Channeler, so that way they can race me. Delver of Secrets goes to the graveyard. They already had Creature, though, so I don't think that actually helped them much. And now they attack for 4. I'll fall to 15. I could have cycled Veil of Summer there, trying to draw another card, but I feel like we're far enough ahead where I don't need to make that play. Attack for 4. I'm guessing they're going to block with the Phoenix. We will pass the turn. Alright, they're down to 7. They now have Delirium, so they can attack for 6, and I'll go to 11. Okay. And another Phoenix. I'm going to respond with a Borne Upon a Wind. We drew another land. Okay. Another Born. We're just, like, drawing the same cards over and over. Okay. So, we'll attack again. Swing. And while they're tapped out, I'm going to play Borne Upon a Wind. I just don't want it to get red blasted. We draw Beseech the Mirror. That doesn't do us any favors. Pass the turn. Now they go to 5. They played the Psychic Frog. Sure. And now they attack for 6. I will fall to 11. Another Veil of Summer. We go up to 13. We will attack with Shieldred the Apocalypse. They block. And I'm going to discard Echo the old-fashioned way now. They go to 3. And they're going to swing, so they must have another blocker here. I will go to 7. So you're dead? Is that what's happening here? Petty Theft, Weevil, Veil of Summer. Sweet. Alright, game 3 coming up. Just resubmit. Game 3, I think we'll try this. I wasn't sure, but I don't know. It seems reasonable enough. Volcanic into Delver of Secrets, okay. I'm going to just draw and pass and discard this Echo of Eons. Now they get to stack their Bobble Trigger to make sure that their Delver transforms. And it does, revealing a Brainstorm. They attack for 3 and Brainstorm. We draw Duress. I'm going to just play Boseiju here and pass because if they have a Wasteland, I'd rather the Boseiju be destroyed than anything else. Another Volcanic Island. Delver of Secrets attacks again. We'll fall to 14. There's the Wasteland. Goodbye, Boseiju. Dark Ritual, a very good draw. We'll play out Lotus Petal. Play Duress. I think we take the Force of Negation. Pass the turn. Alright, so they have 4 cards, one of which is unknown. Delver attacks. We'll go to 11. Another Dark Ritual. Okay, Dark Ritual. Let's attempt a Veil of Summer. Brainstorm in response, okay. Veil of Summer. Force of Will, exiling the Brazen Borrower. They have 2 cards left. Dark Ritual. I'm going to attempt the Shieldred of the Apocalypse. Pass the turn. They fetch in their upkeep, grabbing another Volcanic Island. We've seen Psychic Frog, so I'm surprised that they didn't grab an Underground Sea here. Delver of Secrets. And a Polluted Delta. So if we draw a mana, I can Echo of Eons through Daze, which would kill them. There we go. Swing. No block. So they need a counterspell here. So like Red Elemental Blast just became their best draw. Flashback the Echo. And they're dead to the Shieldred triggers. Nice. And we win. Sweet. So we're 2-2, but I would like to note we didn't Beseech the Mirror. Or we didn't Necrodominance at all that round. But we got a match win, so that's pretty sweet. 1 match left to go. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? The final match of this Modern Horizons 3 preview early access day for me. 3 videos is a lot in one day, and while this hand stinks, we're going to send it back. This hand does not stink. Keep. Bottom Chrome Mox. Alright, Sahar. You're not allowed to Vexing Bobble me, okay? It's just not allowed. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Don't. Don't do it. Oh, come on. Brutal. We do have 4 Veil of Summers in our deck. We're not stone cold dead. But we're pretty far away from being able to come back through this Vexing Bobble. Caracas, Elvish Reclaimer, another Duress. Not good. Not good at all. Discard Duress. Looks like Sahar's just passing, holding open Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, I've seen enough here. We can go to game 2. 3 dead draws in a row. We're not coming back from that. Boseiju, Chain of Vapor, and the Echoing Truth. Let's get rid of Duress. Board out a couple copies of Mox Opal. And like 1 Tendrils of Agony. Or I'm sorry, 1 Cabal Ritual. Game number 2. Nope. This doesn't do anything. We'll go to 5. This doesn't do anything either. Okay, send it back. I don't know. Like, I guess we... This is a mulligan to 4. This is still pretty far away. I'm going to mulligan to 3 looking for Lion's Eye Diamond plus Echo. We did not hit. I will go to 2. Hey, we hit LED Echo. It's something. Lion's Eye Diamond. Flashback Echo. So this safety net is why I chose to build this version today. That said, I don't know if it actually improves the deck that much. We will pass. You have a Maya. There's a long pause on my end step. I would not be surprised if Sahar had a Force of Vigor. On the end step, we will play a Borne Upon a Wind, just because we don't need 3 of them. We draw Elvish Spirit Guide, Dark Ritual. Let's cycle another Borne Upon a Wind. We draw a Vault of Whispers. Play it and pass. Flagstones. Collector Roof, huh? Okay, so I have 1 draw step here. And if I don't hit on this 1 draw step, we lose. Chain of Vapor, the Collector Roof. Boseiju. So we're all in on Borne Upon a Wind hitting here. Okay, we need to draw exactly Necrodominance or a Beseech the Mirror. We did not. Okay, so we 2-3'd this league as well. In general, I think Necrodominance just requires too many deck building slots. And the fact that you have to pass the turn or have Borne Upon a Wind available, it's weak to Boseiju or Force of Vigor or everything else. I'm just not convinced that it's worth the effort to build around. That's my assessment at this moment. I mean, I've played 15 matches recorded today, and it has not felt very good. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching all of the videos this week. I hope you enjoyed them. And have a great day. Keep storming. If you enjoyed today's video, you might also like the Eternal Glory podcast featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Bosch and Roll, Brian Cobal, Anthraven U, Phil Gallagher, as we discuss legacy concepts, theories, strategies, and so much more. We're available on all major podcast platforms, as well as YouTube. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.